So hello everyone, I'm Sharon and I'm running the position for Durham Rep. As you have all expected, I'm a typical honky and I study business management at Queen's campus and will be moving to Durham next year. So now you might be wondering, why am I here, not the Hong Kong Society? But the truth is, I'm also half Malaysian. It took me a lot of time to consider whether I'm fit enough and should run for a position. So thank you for those who encouraged me. So fast forward to the day I arrived Stockton, I was super homesick. And then I told myself, okay, I'm going to join Durham for a try. So I was planning to meet new people and to embrace the other half of myself. And I definitely did not expect myself to be here running for Durham Rep. So I hope by getting to become the Durham Rep, I can meet and help freshers to be part of it. And those who are like me, feeling lost when entering the university, or those who want to have their home team as their backup. So I'm privileged to be part of the Stockton group this year, and I know that there's a massive community in Durham, so I hope I can bring everybody closer. And my goal is to organize more outings activities rather than just only meal out. So I think this has the advantage of meeting everybody in a more personal level, and maybe more joint events with the Stocktoners. So my proposal is quite similar to like high school events like fishing, hiking, and cook together. So that's all. Yeah, thank you everybody.
So anyone want to ask her any questions? Just raise your hand or call anyone. Any questions from the public? So if there's no question, we'll move on to the judges. Yeah.
Wait. Okay. So basically in your manifesto you said that one of the social events you would do is fishing, right? Yeah. So you do know like it may be against some of people's beliefs and stuff. So how are you gonna assure me that you're not gonna bring in some other Western culture in the Malaysian society, like bar crawls and all? Because the reason we have not done that in the Malaysian society is because we respect the beliefs and the values of all our other members. So how are you going to assure me that you're not going to bring that in the Malaysian society? Because you already said fishing, which is against some of our beliefs.
Oh. So, sorry not to offend everybody. I think these are just a go, and then that's a good point to raise. I'm not too sure. I think I need to ask for advice. But I also have more like general activities that bring everybody in, like the running thing. So it's more like a weekly basis thing. So maybe I think I need to reconsider the point with the fishing. Thank you.
Any more questions? Yeah, Joy.
Hi, since you're from Stockton right now, and you're not so familiar with the Durham environment, how are you going to make yourself the Durham Rep and know what's going on in the ins and outs and advise people and freshers and how around Durham, how are you going to approach that since you don't know much about Durham?
I agree. And I'm very honest that I actually don't know many of you, or even one of you. But I think I'm good at meeting new friends, so I hope that I think I need help with other teams as well. But and then one of my weaknesses is that I'm based in Hong Kong, so I can't do what people have done, like having pre-departure meetings. So maybe that's the problem that you should consider.
Any more questions from the public? If not, we will move on to the judges. Then can I start with the current Durham Rep, then Prefect? Yeah.
So probably because now you're in Stockton, you're not very familiar with what's going on in Durham right now. So one problem that I faced this year is that most of us, we spread across like different colleges and societies and even subjects in Durham. So we don't actually see everyone that frequent or that regular. I was trying to host some socials, but it actually takes me some time to talk to them like when they want to meet, and even though after I talk to them when or where they want to meet up and catch up a bit, it's still the registration and the attendance was quite low. Do you have any strategies for this?
So at the last point, like I pointed out that I hope I can organize something that is running like a weekly basis. So in that sense, by making something regular, people start to have more commitment to it, rather than as well as other annual events. So I hope this kind of solved the problem.
No, not for me.
Right. Well, I know you mentioned some pretty good points there, like apart from the fishing. Hiking, and I think there'll be cooking. I think especially the cooking was a pretty good idea, especially if you get people to, we do miss Malaysian food when we're abroad. So out of, those three, you could even talk about the fishing trip. Talk me through what exactly you would do from like planning it and to when it actually happens. And because I think quite a lot of like the hiking and fishing would be so dependent on outdoor weather. So if something were to happen, how would you mitigate like against that? Thanks.
I'm not too sure.
Just how would you go about to plan those trips or those activities?
Because as like my goal, the reason why I have this activity is because I want people to know each other at more personal level. So rather than just like only meal events that you can talk to people like for an hour. So like hiking, you do need to encourage like throughout the journey. Then you can like you need to encourage, push people and motivation and things. So. And I hope this could be a group event and more collaborations with the Stockton people. So like a larger group to go hiking and stuff.
Okay, so here's my question. You mentioned that we're going to have some sort of running stuff on a weekly basis. Isn't that a little too much? What do you think? Just your opinion.
My opinion is, I think even we have one member that would be worth having, because I do understand there's a large group in Durham. So I think at least if one person can know another person at personal level, and then if they feel in the commitment, then they could invite more other friends to join in other Durham's events.
So do you mean like every week you're trying to have more and more people, week by week?
Hopefully.
But I mean, like next year you're also a student. You're also going to have a lot of work to have such event kind of every week. That's actually quite a lot. I don't think it's very feasible, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, obviously now that you hear this, you can actually change your plan. Maybe do it once per month. And my other question is it true? Since you are not very close to many of the Durham people right now, like how you plan to have the social? Like usually the cooking night is the kind of thing that attracts most people. Save money, use this energy. But is your apartment going to be able to contain 15 people since you don't know many other people that can use the apartment?
That's the problem. But because like for my future, I was planning, or maybe this could be hosted in my house next year, because I'm gonna have a house. So I thought this could be workable. But I understand these things are more, maybe a relatively small group. So I think this is quite. I use the Stockton situation as a reference. So if we have like 6 people that can group them together, so maybe 2 existing members, some pressure. So I hope.
And my next question is, how are you planning to find out all these Durhamers, like the freshers? Part of your job is you have to find out all these Durham students. Like obviously if you host an event, you don't even know who are the Durham people. No one's notified of this event, and no one will come. Do you have any strategies for that? Find out these people.
Do you mean like how am I going to build in the connections before?
Like how are you going to find out that there are these students who are Durham Malaysian students? Like how are you going to find that out?
I think I need to rely a lot of other officers and.
But obviously, like in the usual context, usually you should be the one who has these strategies. Like if you talk about like marketing and other stuff, people can give some ideas. But like if you talk about this, but obviously it's also a good way that you actually rely on the other executive.
Yeah.
They can actually give you a lot of opinions in that way. But let's move on to my next question. Is